Last time I interviewed you was to talk about the movie Underworld and how good you are doing action movies. And this
Thanks.
time you did really well, even better.
Oh, thank
So
you.
can we say that action movies is really your cup of tea? How do you feel about it?
Not really. I feel like it's an absolutely huge stretch for me, and I'm always very thrilled and very astonished that I get asked to do it again. But it's not something that I grew up doing or thinking about doing. I really started out, it was an experiment to see if I could pull it off, so.
All right. What about making a remake? What kind of responsibility do you have as an actress when you do a movie that was a huge success back there in the 90s?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in England, and we went to see an awful lot of plays in the theatre, and very often would see, several different actors playing Hamlet or several different versions of, Tennessee Williams' play. And so I don't really feel a huge responsibility actually about that. I think seeing a familiar story that's interesting from another creative perspective is totally valid. So our movie's very different from the original and has a very different tone, and I think they're both very enjoyable movies.
What about the fight scenes, especially against Jessica? Is it different to fight a woman than it is to fight a man in a movie?
It's really not. I mean, Jessica's obviously is great at it, and we felt pretty well matched in that department. And the only difference is you feel it would be a lot bigger of a deal if you missed and accidentally broke the person's nose. If they're the actress, that would be a big problem.
And how is that to work with your husband? It makes your work, your job more difficult, or it's easier for you?
I mean, it's both. I mean, you definitely have a shorthand with each other, and you know the person's taste, and anytime you feel very confident in the director, it's a great thing for an actor. So obviously I feel very confident in him, so that helps. And then the only other thing is that it means you just sort of have to sort of relinquish your husband a little bit. Sometimes it's like, oh no, now you have to go off and and be Colin's husband, because Colin's the lead of the movie.